Have you ever said, even if just to yourself, I'm not sure teaching is the right career for me anymore? How do you get sure? What's a sensible way of finding an alternative? Or do you do what I did and just leave? Actually, that's not quite where the story ended, because I'm back in now, more excited than ever to do something about the state of education. But this time, I've got a plan. And you could too. Or perhaps you really are done. Either way, that discomfort you're feeling, it's from not knowing. It's the uncertainty. And that's why I'm really glad that you've landed here, so that we can address it together. Just to clarify, hello, my name's Elise and I'm a qualified secondary school teacher. I started the job in 2006, and in that time I've been a head of department, a head of faculty, a classroom teacher, a supply teacher, a primary school tutor, a bunch of different roles up and down the country. I guess really I was searching for the right place. So think of me as that kid at the back of your classroom, or the really opinionated parent at parents' evening, you know, that lovable rogue, the person who mouths off about the state of education all the time, the problem with teachers, the issues with school, sounding like they're blaming everyone else when they should be taking responsibility for themselves. That person that you can't really allow yourself to listen to, because how else do you go in each day and do your job? I'm that person that you secretly agree with, but you have to ignore. You have to disagree with me to save face. But we both know the truth. You would love to find a magic wand to fix the whole thing. For both of us. But let's be real, magic wands don't exist. And the problem is just too big for any one person. So perhaps it's pointless to even try. As a result, you ignore it. And on the really bad days, you wonder if you'd be better off out of it completely. Your self-care is a glass of wine when you get home to just quieten that nag you've got at the back of your mind about what's the point? There's more to life than counting down the days till Friday. I say all this because I get it. I did it. In 2015, that's exactly what I did do. At the height of my career, off skis. I had to walk away. But now I'm here to tell you that there is another way. But I didn't know that in 2015. Nobody told me there was an alternative to what I was feeling. And let me tell you, I was done. I was burnt out. The exam pressures, the needless paperwork, the planning, the changes in tech, the assessment, the parents, the ambivalence from the kids, the stress from the leadership team, and all the ideas that I had that I wanted to get off the ground but never had the time, because there was always someone else putting a priority on my list. So in 2015, I went travelling. I got a job as the head of operations at a wellness centre in Australia for a bit, and I loved it. When I got back, I got another job as a company manager for a big top tent company, and I love that. I actually ended up running festivals as a production manager for events for like 5,000 people. That was pretty good fun as well. Because it turns out, right, teachers have a lot of transferable skills. But none of those jobs managed to really grab me, because none of it really fulfilled me. It wasn't where I needed to be. You see, I believe that in education, we keep waiting for this magical leadership team, these omnipotent visions from government and a Department for Education with all the answers, but they've never come. And they never will come, because, believe it or not, that's not their role. But also, what if they're not standing in our way either? What if we get to create the education system that we want? What would you do with that freedom? To create the kind of school system we all know that we're capable of creating. to create the kind of school system that we all know we're capable of creating. Over the last few years, I found a way to answer that by working with hundreds of business professionals across the globe. And let me tell you, every answer is different. It's unique. It's beautiful. And above all else, it's powerful. So now I'm on a mission to bring that learning to the industry that I care most about. Education. And specifically, teachers. You, who deserves more. You deserve to look forward to your work and not be counting down the days till Friday. You deserve to have the energy at the end of the day to take care of yourself. You deserve to enjoy your job, or to have an idea about what else you might do if it turns out teaching really is no longer the career for you. You won't know until you start asking the questions. And those questions are the thing that I'm here to share with you. There's 8 stages to finding out what your ultimate contribution is. And it starts with a conversation. The entire process is scientifically proven to work. And like I said, that's already been the case for hundreds of people who have been through the process. So far, 95.8% said they found greater clarity and confidence across work and personal life. 97.5% feel more equipped and empowered to improve their circumstances. Just underneath this video, you can see loads more testimonials from people experiencing the tangible, visceral, and cognitive benefits of uncovering their ultimate contribution. For a reduction in stress and burnout, for improved social interactions, developing the tools that they need, improving job satisfaction and engagement, which in turn impacts performance and motivation. Below this video, there's a link to book directly into my calendar for a free, no obligation discovery call. I'd love to hear about where you're at in your career. What's going on for you right now? Inside and outside the classroom. What are your hopes for the future of education? Or do you feel like you just might be done, and so you're looking for what's next? We do get to craft the career that we want for ourselves. We don't have to wait for someone to give us permission. Because the practitioners, those teachers who have a spring in their step, they've got this little smile on their face like they know something the rest of us don't. And it's because that's exactly true. They know how to achieve their job satisfaction. They've clarified for themselves what they're getting out of it and what contribution they're making. There is a different way for teachers to be heard, and it's by taking the bull by the horns, by clicking the link below and making time for yourself. So book a call with me, absolutely free, no obligation. Like I said, this work is blowing up in the business world, but I want to make time to ensure professionals I care most about are getting access to it as well. That means you. Jump on a call. Let's talk it through. The button's just down there. I'm looking forward to meeting you.